Hi, I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda, the director of Tick, Tick, Boom.
I'm Andrew Garfield. I play Jonathan Larson in Tick, Tick, Boom.
And this is Notes on a Scene.
That's right.
So this is our a cappella number in Tick, Tick, Boom. It's called Boho Days, and in John's original performance, when he would perform this as a rock monologue in the late 80s and early 90s, he would start the show this way, and it was this very personal song full of inside jokes, and he would just go and just sing a cappella to the audience. And I wanted to figure out a way to put that in the body of the piece, and so we reconfigured it as an impromptu number at a party.
I was stressed about most scenes, but this one in particular, because you know when you read and you see John gets the party started with an impromptu improvised singing number solo. A cappella, you kind of go, no thanks, I would rather not do that. And then of course you realize you have to.
Singing voice.
Oh, that's very kind. All he had to do was just raise an eyebrow in my direction, I would have been there in a flash, because he's an artistic genius and a hero of mine. So to be in a space with him collaborating, and he's an incredible collaborator and generous and inspiring and generative and passionate and joyful and fun and silly, and he acts like a 7-year-old boy all the time, and it's like, who doesn't want to be around that? And then you get to honor this incredible character. You get to honor Jonathan Larson, which we all tried to do.
I kept a bunch of stuff. What else did I keep? I kept so much. I didn't want to let any of it go. I'm like, when are we doing season 2? Like, I'm ready to come back. Yeah, no, I miss it. I miss it so much. It's one of those ones that you don't want to end, so you hold on to mementos to try to extend your relationship to the man and the story and this group of people that we got to make this film with.
I love you all. I cannot wait to see your faces.
And what you'll take from it.
I've got a story I haven't been able to tell until now.
Yes.
Because Andrew had a friend in Atlanta that he had to visit after he finished production on our film. And when news leaked that he might have to go visit this friend in Atlanta, he was on my set. He was in a car with Robin DeJesus, I think, the day it leaked. And I went, Andrew, are you in the new Spider-Man? Like, quietly. And he went, shut up, what? Shut up, no, shut up, get out of here, what? Shut up, what? No, shut up.
Just like that.
Just like that. And I remember walking away being like, wow, he's in the new Spider-Man. And he really needs to practice that. Because I think I was probably the first person to ask him because it had just leaked. And he got really good at it, like really incredible at it. But I remember on that first day being like, oh, he's a wonderful actor, but you gotta work on that one.
Oh, that's incredible.
I don't have anything bad to say about Lin. Like, it's annoying. That's annoying. How about that? Like, I'm annoyed. The only bad thing I have to say about Lin is I have nothing bad to say about him.
I mean, the thing about that story is that, like, Andrew's a terrible liar. But it also speaks to what an incredible actor he is, because it has to be true. And that also makes you a better director, because if there's a moment of it that feels false, like, we're going to talk about it, we're going to figure it out till it feels true. And if it feels true, you're going to get the best Andrew has to give. And it's just, the best is, there's no limit to it. So it's, I felt really, really, really proud to get to work on it. Thanks for having Sushi.
If you guys could actually show Jonathan a scene from this movie, what scene would you pick and why?
My gosh.
You know what? One of my favorite moments in the film is the last one, where they're singing Louder Than Words. And Carissa and Roger, our characters, after our last vocal line, we look at Andrew's character, Jonathan, because we know he has the next line. And we know that how much it took for him to write this song and what it means to him. And, you know, I'm so glad, Alice and Lynn, that you captured this, because we look at him as our fearless leader, genius, who holds the future of the art form in his hands. And that look means so much. I'm so glad that they left that in there. It's friends supporting their friend through a hard time, knowing that he's got a special gift to give to the world.
I am stuck between two. Oh man, three. It's so hard. either come to your senses, therapy, and those two because of the way that Lynn took those numbers and digested them and then turned them into a very unique experience for the audience. I feel like he would be thrilled with seeing how that turned out. And also Play Game, because Jonathan wanted to write musicals for the MTV generation, and Play Game looks like a 90s music video. And I feel like he would have just been over the moon to see that like really come into fruition.
And Lynn didn't know if I could sing, and I knew that I couldn't. So there was an interesting dynamic at play there.
What's Jean Valjean's prison number in Les Mis?
Ah! No.
2, 4, 6, 1.
No, 24601. Okay, this.
I'm gonna force you to freestyle right now.
Sure. I'll recap what we've discussed.
Okay.
This is Cali water, not Bacardi, and this is the Netflix cast party. Freestyling's a little scary. We started with a couple of Marys. Oh yeah, that was kind of cool. We found out Andrew went to an all-boys school.
Yes.
Oh yes, and it was the best. And you were discovering Shakespeare in the Southwest. Yes, and you were wearing matching basketball shorts and jerseys, and you were thirsty for that theater because it came early. And we freestyled till it was damn. And you reminded us you were in the movie camp. Oh yes, you did that shit so well. I'm Lin-Manuel. What the hell? And y'all were together in gospel.
Damn it, Lynn!
I loved Andrew's performance in this. I felt like Jonathan had come back to life for the 2 hours that I was watching. And I am very curious what it was like for the two of you seeing what he was doing on set and just that energy that he was exhibiting. I mean, it's unbelievable.
He was willing to dive into the unknown. You know, when you see an artist bring all their research and their entire instrument to something, but still leave so much room to be a vessel for Jonathan's spirit. You know, we saw him just like, I felt like he was just throwing colors on the wall early, and then all of a sudden there became a pattern, and then there was a character, and like you say, more mannerisms came in, and every day he became John more and more. And then you turned around in the middle of filming, you're like, who are we talking to right now? Like, this is Jonathan.
Yeah, it literally got to the point where I think we were in a conversation and Andrew walked by and I was like, oh, John. I just called him John. Did not mean to do that at all, but he just fully embodied him in every moment. And it was just so beautiful to have him there and to be a fan and to be a supporter as a human being, but also a character, you know. It just felt like we didn't even have to like act. We were just literally there to support and do what we love.
In the script, it just said, Jonathan burst into song. And I was like, no. So Michael was the key, Robin was the key, like using our relationship to be like, this is what you're leaving behind. This is everything you're gonna be missing. Me and Lynn were brainstorming, we were talking with Stephen Levinson, our writer, and I was just trying to figure out a way to get into this so it didn't just feel,
like a beach blanket party where it's like, hey
yeah,
guys,
exactly, yeah.
and then
hey,
everyone knows the
to
words
sing.
and everyone joins
Yeah,
in. You don't want that corny musical theater,
Exactly.
like weird, awkward leap from speech to song.
So we talked about lots of different ways in, and I think what I finally felt was the most organic way in, and kind of spoke to where Jonathan was as a character at this point in the film, is that the party is dying, and that's devastating for someone who never wants the party to end, which is Jonathan. The beginning of this song is like the final attempt to seduce my best friend back to a life of poverty, like stay with me here in destitution and look at all the beautiful ugliness and joy that you're going to be missing out on.
But to the point of the Sunday sequence, which, I will try to talk about without spoilers, that's Jonathan's homage to Sondheim Sunday in the Park with George. And John only ever heard it with himself singing alone, maybe Roger Bart singing back up behind him. But that's it. There's like a two-man band. And I have the opportunity as the filmmaker to create a choir every bit as lush as Sondheim's Sunday. So who do I put there except Jonathan Larson's dream choir? And I was really inspired by like those cheesy posters you see sometimes where it's like Amy Winehouse sitting next to James Dean, sitting next to Marilyn Monroe. And I wanted John to have this galaxy brain moment where it's not just the legends that he grew up loving and people from shows that he watched growing up, but also glimpses of future shows that I know were influenced by Jonathan Larson. One is mine, one is Janine Tesori show, and even future collaborators of Jonathan that the 1990 John hasn't met yet. But they get to be in the Sunday sequence. And so it was so exciting to basically build a choir so loud that Jonathan can hear it wherever he is right now.
Because we were having a party, so I was like, I would love to have like a prop glass of wine. And I found a lollipop on set because everyone was clapping and I was like, I gotta be different. So I like found this lollipop and I was sitting next to a pole and I was like banging the lollipop on the pole. And then eventually I would get tired of that and then I would start hitting my glass and I broke 3 glasses. 3 glasses. Very excited. We were having a good time. It was a party. It's not a party unless a glass breaks.
And just to put it in context of that moment, I think it was around October of last year we filmed that scene. Yeah. And I had never been so close to that many people in several months, let alone people from like the theater community.
Totally.
So we're up all close, we're sweating, we're dancing, and I felt so free.
Okay, in Annie, what's the name of her dog?
Come on.
Oh, there's gonna be a live version of it soon. Oh.
It's been a minute.
Oh man.
Dumb dog, why are you following me? I ain't got a crumb, dog, but how about just... Man, she sings a whole song about it, and I don't think she names it. I don't know. You stumped me.
We need a rhyme. We need a rhyme.
Okay, should I do a little clue?
Hey.
No, it's not. Beach.
Sunny?
No. Sea.
Sandy?
Yes,
Sandy?
yes, Sandy, yeah. I can give you a clue because I really want you to get this answer. If I say the word beach, what comes to mind?
Sandy!
I would not have gotten it without the clues.
Come on, Sandy. Yeah, that's right. I was like, if I just say, come on, maybe it'll just like appear. It didn't.
Jonathan's like, I thought I would have a dog, a kid, a wife. What was funny was that it was like obviously like kind of low key in his head where he was like, I thought I'd have all of this. And Susan's like, you thought.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
She was here for it. I think that really strikes her because she's like, yeah, well, me too. But I never planned for a lot of things to happen. But one thing that she always did plan for was to be with Jonathan.
I think my favorite one is there's a moment where where Andrew Garfield as Jonathan Larson is straight up playing One Song Glory on his keyboard.
You know, I'm doing that doom, 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 doom. You know, the One Song Glory.
When I saw that for the first time, I was just like, oh my gosh. It's just so beautiful.
And then he gets interrupted. And then he has a fight with his girlfriend. So there's like this, we've created a what if of like, well, if she hadn't called, he might have written One Song Glory that night. And so that's one I particularly like because it weirdly has canonical repercussions.
And me and Lynn were always trying to find places to do it. Just like playing with little different phrases and melodies and like just popping them in here and there. You know, when I first come in and I call Robin's character Michael Pookie, which is another reference to Rent.
Kiss Pookie.
It's great to be involved in the telling of a story where he was developing his writing style because the world knows Rent. They don't know how he got to it.
It feels like service to John, what we're doing. And I think the thing that I'm left with as a fan of John is who are the people, what's the places, what are the
activities that will make me look up at the sky, at the stars, and say, wow, what a way to spend the day, and thank you for life.
Being there in the New York Theater Workshop, you would just feel this chill when you realize this is exactly where Jonathan stood. This is where he told his story that he worked on for so long, and we're, as his friends, just supporting him. And it made me think about you. It made me think about you because you are, I'll say it, man, you're our Jonathan. You're our Jonathan. And we would do anything to support your vision. And because you inspire us so much.
Well, now this really feels like a cast party.